Today I want to show you guys how to make a room look like this instead of like this. Let's pack some gear. We'll bring the ATD and the EOS R, which I'm currently filming on, so this one will go in later. ND filter, a lav microphone, zoom lens, 35mm, external audio recorder, spare batteries, headphones, audio cables, another zoom lens, gaffer tape, another bag for behind the scenes, Insta360 ONE X2, GoPro Hero 7, chest cam mount, spare GoPro battery, spare batteries for the mic and for the audio recorder. We'll bring one tripod, which we have standing over here, nicely stored away. And we'll bring a second one, a softbox, Godox video light, a reflector, and last but not least, we gotta bring this little bad boy here. This one here, this case. Inside here, there's all my extension cables and one more light source that we will be needing. So I'll just bring this. So ladies and gentlemen, this is the setting we are rocking today. We got quite a nice multicam setting going on. We got the main angle over here. We got the B angle so we can make different cuts. We can make the room look a little bit more dynamic, but mainly the subject will be talking to this camera and we'll be teaching a masterclass of both psychology and improv. So this is the setting we got going. For audio, we are rocking a lav mic, and for the behind the scenes, we're rocking two more cameras. We are rocking the GoPro to shoot a wide angle, an overarching shot, and of course the Insta360 ONE X2 over here, just to show you all the individual components. Today I want to show you guys how to make a room look like this instead of like this. As you can see, light is a big element to creating a nice setup. So the first thing we want to do is try and eliminate all natural sources of light. Why? Because we do have enough lights to create a nice light setup ourselves, and the disadvantage of natural light is that it's uncontrollable. So sometimes you get more sun, sometimes you get less sun, especially if you're shooting for a couple of hours. You want to create a continuous form of light throughout your shoot that doesn't change, so your exposure remains the same. So first of all, close the blinds. Okay, now it's a little bit dark, but we're gonna make it even darker before we start adding lights. So next up, we want to turn off all these regular lights here. Okay, so now it's near pitch black, or as dark as it's gonna get in this room. So now we basically have a blank canvas, so we can start adding light. We're gonna start with our main light. Pa! Look at this. Way better, right? Our main light of today is the Godox SL200. It's a 200 watt continuous LED light with a 90cm softbox on there from Neewer, which diffuses the light and makes it fall more naturally onto my face. Now we do get a lot of contrast in my face between the highlighted side over here and the darker side where the shadows fall. For this particular shoot, I didn't want it to give this moody vibe, which you get because of the high contrast. So I decided to opt for a fill light. Pam! Here it is, which makes the shadows a bit softer. They're still shadows, they're just filled up by an additional light. For today's shoot, we're also rocking the Godox SL200. It's the same as our highlights, just the intensity is way lower. And I put one layer of diffusion, which you can see over here. It's just one of these 5-in-1 reflectors. I took off the reflectors and kept just the diffuser. Now the next step we're gonna take in lighting is a hair light. It will separate me a little bit from the background. You will see it mainly over here. It's gonna create this little contour between myself and the background. Well, the clearest way to show you what it does is actually by turning off all the other lights. And you can see how it defines my silhouette. This hair light creates this nice little line which separates me from the background. But let's... Alright, now you can see me guys again. For the hair lights today we are using the Godox SL60W. It's just a 60 watt light. It's not as powerful, but as it's directly pointed at me with the reflector on there, we don't need it to be as powerful as the main light or the key light. Now the only thing I added to this setup is a light to light up the room a little bit, as I found the background to be a bit too dark, to be again a bit too moody. There was too high of a contrast between the subject being nicely lit and then the darker background. So that's why we add a fourth additional light to light up the room, bam, and to give it a little bit more of a daylight feel, to give it a little bit more of a lit up feeling. To fill up the room, we are rocking the Godox VL300 light. It's quite a powerful light, as it is a big room over here. I decided to opt for a more powerful light. This way we only need one light to light up the entire room. I just put a regular reflector on there. Then usually what I would do is shoot it straight up to the ceiling, but as this background over here is really dark and black, I point it like in between the dark side over here and the white ceiling. And that's basically how I lit this room. So it's a huge difference between right now and how we started up. And just with a few lights, you can basically transform a room into a set. So ladies and gentlemen, this is how you turn any room into a cinematic masterpiece. Please like the video if you enjoyed watching this little behind the scenes. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Hit the notification bell. Go follow me on Instagram @DarrySlow. And as always, ciao ciao. Bye bye.